I'm here to air out my frustrations and then have breakfast. I'm here to air out my frustrations and then have breakfast because my blood sugar is low, my blood pressure is low, but my disappointment and my heartbreak is sky high. Okay, my disappointment and heartbreak is sky high. So it's not funny. It's not funny. I have never felt this kind of way before. Maybe y'all have. Y'all have experienced disappointment like this, but I haven't before. Okay? So let me tell you what's going on. It's not fun. It's not fun and it's not funny. It's not fun and it's not funny. And it's very heartbreaking. Okay, do you know how disappointed I am? Do you know how disappointed I am? Like previously, like a few weeks ago, I made a playlist and which is a series of videos talking about on my channel, and I posted it on my channel, and I was talking about how great Trey Songz and Dr. Taylor's musicality is. Hey, what up, what up? I was talking about how great Trey Songz and Dr. Taylor's musicality is, right? I was talking about how great their music is, but I also talked about how much of a role model they are and how I see them as examples and how much I admire them. Okay, I talked about those things. Now we get music like this, right? We get music like this, the recent music I'm talking about, which is extremely disappointing and frustrating because I'm an OG fan, okay? And all the things I saw for them years ago, they don't have it. Like, I don't expect this kind of music from them now. I don't. I expect good quality, serious music that actually speaks to people and changes people's lives. Trey Songz's musicality is so great. Dr. Taylor's musicality is so great that I don't expect to be getting this kind of music now. The sound that he's given us now is like Say I and Bottoms Up from 15 years ago. And like, they can make, their musicality is so great. They can make 200 songs like Two Reasons. They can make 200 songs like Two Reasons. And it doesn't change anyone's life. Okay? It doesn't change anybody's life. And I'm saying this because in the beginning, Trey Songz gave the impression that he wants to make music that changes people's lives, right? And like I'm African, so he got us African kids as fans too because he showed us what it means to have a dream and fight for a dream, right? And this is why I say I am grateful and I see them as role models and I admire them, but I cannot support this new music. I cannot support this new music. I'm smiling, but it's hurting me. Okay, I'm smiling, but I'm disappointed and it hurts me. Okay, I just have a friendly face. I have a friendly face, okay, but I am disappointed and it's heartbreaking. And it's a very much a disservice to people who support them, to their fans, and to people who love music and who love Mr. Song's voice and Dr. Taylor's production. Because you can't be giving us this kind of music now, right? And I'm going to tell you what really broke me. And it's, I don't know how you feel about it and I don't care, but this is what really broke me as a fan, as an OG fan, okay, as an OG fan. So I'm gonna read you because I wrote this on Instagram and I tagged him, and I'm very scared because like I don't talk to people. I'm extremely antisocial and I don't like talking about people and I don't like talking to people because I'm a very closed off individual and I'm antisocial, right? So So talking about music, I could talk about music forever, but this really hurts me, and it's very disappointing and it's heartbreaking. All right, so let me read to you a bit of what I wrote, because I'm just gonna go off of emotion if I don't like have the facts and stuff, right? And I made a playlist on my channel so you can see how great the musicality is. And I explained that they make music in multiple genres, right? They make music in multiple genres, which is they are very bright and they are exceptionally gifted and talented, and they make music in multiple genres. I have never heard a voice like Trey Songz's voice before, and this is a once in a lifetime voice. We will not get a voice and musicality like this again in our lifetime. Okay? So I'm trying to tell you guys that we need to be requesting for more great music and more beautiful music from them, because what we're getting now is not great music. It's not the best music that they can give us, right? Okay, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Okay. So I'm saying I'm grateful that I see them as role models and I admire them, but I cannot support this new music, right? And I feel conflict because the quality of music that they're giving us now is not matching the quality of musicians that I know that they are. Okay? Like, I was willing to give the new music a chance because I lost the connection in 2017, and I lost the connection in 2017. So I haven't been like keeping up with the music since then. It's only this year that I started thinking about beautiful things that I used to like. And then I came back to the music and I found the problems and I gave the solutions in my playlist, right? Okay. So so I made an entire playlist and I call it a dissertation because I found a dream, because I saw Trey Songz find a dream, regardless of where he came from. So I thought it was a good idea to find a dream regardless of where I come from too, and I did. So because we saw him, right? Okay. Let me tell you what broke me. Seeing the collaborations on the new song broke me. How can I be a fan and support that? How can I be a fan and support that? It does not show off his musicality. It does not speak to fans. It doesn't help anyone. The lyrics are repetitive and it's not unique and it's not new. And it's like he put zero effort in the song. Right? And this has been happening for a while. Okay. Anyway, I spoke on my frustration on Instagram and I used the AI and I made an intervention track so Trey Songz can be the musician that I know he is and stop giving us this low quality music with people that we don't like. We don't know them. We don't like, well, if we know them, we don't like them. And the rest of the people we really don't know. And we don't know their musicality. And obviously, it's not the collaborations are not bringing the best out of his musicality. The collaborations are not. They're just not. Right? The lyrics don't say anything. He doesn't show off his voice at all. And that's what broke me. That's what literally broke me. My blood pressure and blood sugar is low and I need to have breakfast. But my frustration is too high, so I have to like settle this before I have breakfast. So in my playlist, I told you about their musicality. I told you about how great their musicality is, right? I'm talking about Mr. Songs and Dr. Taylor, right? So this is extremely disappointing. The music we're getting now is extremely disappointing. It's extremely disappointing because this is not even the average of what they can do. This is not even the peak of what they can do. This is not their best. Neither is it their average. This is not even like 20% of what they can do. This is not even 20% of what they can do in the music, right? So this is music that doesn't change anyone's life. Okay. I'm gonna read to you what I posted on Instagram, because this is the last straw and I cannot be a fan anymore. I cannot be a fan of the music or the musician anymore. And do you know how much that breaks me? Because I was here from jump almost. I was here for so long, and like, obviously I left in 2017 and stuff. I had real life stuff, and the music was not speaking to my real life situations. So I like kind of like paused being a fan in 2017, and like I'm trying to come back in 2025, and I can't because the music is not speaking to me. The music is not speaking about anything real, right? This is the last straw. I'm telling you right now, as much as I love Dr. Taylor and Mr. SONGZ, as much as I admire them, and as much as I see them as role models, the music is not speaking, okay? And this is the last straw. I cannot be a fan anymore, and I will only talk about the older music when there was quality in the music, when he actually spoke to people like us from the bottom of the world. I remember he used to like Africa. He used to we had the perceived association because he used to show love to African people, right? He used to show love to African kids like me. He used to do that. And now we don't get anything. We don't get any love in the music. We don't get, even as fans, we don't get the music we need to get. We don't get that, and it's very disappointing. Because who are you releasing this music for? Because it's not the fans. It's not the fans. I know this is mean, and I don't care, because like I hold them, like I hold them to very high standards, because I know what Mr. Song's voice can do. I know how Dr. Taylor can produce. I know the kind of music that they can give us. And I know the kind of songs they can write, okay? And I hold them to very high standards. So, joining Ray J, joining Ray J on a new song called Lit Again. The song is called Lit Again, right? Anyone who joins Ray J, I can't be a fan of them anymore. Anyone who joins Ray J, I can't be a fan of them anymore in the music, right? How do you expect the world to? How does Trey Songz expect the world to hear his voice and support him and support his music when he's doing this kind of behavior in the music, like often from 2017, I think, because I told you I paused in 2017. I lost the connection. As an OG fan, I lost the connection to my artist music in 2017. Okay, thanks for the likes, right? So this is not just a disappointment, it's a heartbreaking disappointment, okay? It's a heartbreaking disappointment because of the standards that I have for him. If it was a song, if it was like a funny song, with Ray J, that would have been fine because we would not have taken it seriously, and it would be a comedy kind of thing, like what he did with Kevin Hart. And even the collaboration with Kevin Hart, that was a great song. That was really a great song, even though it was funny. It was entertaining, but it was a great song. This is not. What is this? Like, you don't understand the frustration of people who love music and who love his voice and know the kind of music that they can make, and we get this. So I said, if he wants to twerk with Ray J, or if he wants to let Ray J twerk on him, how are we supposed to engage with the music or this kind of behavior as an OG fan and as people who admire him and who see him as a person of musical authority? Because that's what we see him as. How are we supposed to engage with it? This kind of music. How are we supposed to receive it? How? Like, Hannah Georges said that there's no personal growth in the lyrics in 2017. And in 2025, still, we don't have personal growth in the lyrics. We don't have songs for us. We don't have songs that talk about serious things. We don't have songs that talk to people at the bottom of the world. We don't have songs about people like me from the struggle life. We don't have any real life relatability in the songs. Okay? And the new sound is say bottoms up, 2 reasons. That's the kind of sound it is from 15 years ago, and it's music that doesn't change anyone's life. Okay. And he gave the impression he wants to make music that changes people's lives. And the things I saw for him all those years ago, we don't have. All the things I saw for him years ago. You can't be doing the same thing 15 years later. Like, I expected so much more for him. I expected so much more for him, especially with a voice like that. And his musicality is so great. I expected so much more. And we get this. We get this. Like, I said having Ray J on a song, and this is very harsh, and I apologize. Like, I said it in the heat of the moment, and I apologize for my tone, and I apologize for my emotion, but I don't apologize for the content of what I said, right? I said having Ray J on a song, and I mean at this point of his career, he just flushed his career away. Do you know why I said that? Because this is repulsive to OG fans. This is repulsive to OG fans. This is not what we expected of him, and this is not what we expected from him by now. Okay? Like, a few years ago, I think this was like maybe like 8 years ago or something. Maybe like, no. It was maybe like 13, 14 years ago. I think. I don't remember the date. But he did MTV Unplugged. And he sang songs from, I think it was songs from the Ready album because Black Roses was there. And he did a Sam Cooke cover called A Change Is Gonna Come. He did a Sam Cooke cover and it was beautiful. And I'm telling you, this is how the musician can sing. And the problem is that me being a fan, I have to dig up these songs. Life on Mars cover, One Love, Black Roses, Blind, the Sam Cooke cover, the Marvin Gaye cover. I have to dig up these songs and show people this is how the musician can sing, because no one believes that he can sing because he's sounding just like everybody else now. I'm not going to cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. I will not cry again because I said this is the last straw and I'm not a fan. I can't be a fan anymore. So I'm not going to cry. It's not worth my emotion and frustration and disappointment. Okay. So this is the last straw. I'll tell you my plan going forward. To cope, I'll tell you my plan going forward. The solution that I found for myself that preserves the role model thing and the admiration thing. Okay, I'll tell you. Anyway, I picked on Chapter 5 album. The interludes on Chapter 5 album were so exquisite. Like, why can't we have that kind of music? It's so exquisite. And the way he like one of the interludes or the prelude, the way he described love, and he used those he used nature to describe love and the intensity of love, and that was really beautiful. So why don't we have that anymore? We have Ray J twerking on the song. Why is it there? I don't know. I don't know who sounds like who anymore, because Trey has a, so Tyler Lewis in 2009 said that Trey Songz has a piercing tenor and an instantly recognizable vocal presence. We don't hear his voice on the songs anymore. So I don't know when Ray J is singing, and I don't know when Trey is singing, because he sounds just like them. And he's using the machines, and he's using auto-tune. Auto-tune is for people who cannot sing. I said it. Auto-tune is for people who cannot sing, who don't have that kind of voice, right? It's not for Trey Songz. Auto-tune and machines is not for Trey Songz' voice. We don't want auto-tune. We don't want machines. Okay? So I showed you this in my dissertation. And this is how I always want to see him as. Not Ray J twerking on him. Or he's... Okay, no. Not Ray J twerking on him. Okay? This is how I always want to see him as. Because that's how we became fans. Okay. That's how I became a fan. Right? And this is really disappointing. For music, it's really disappointing for music. It's really, you don't understand. Like, you don't understand. It's like, the music was a friend to me. And now I'm like, I have to say goodbye to this friend. I'm from the STRUGG life. We don't have too much to look forward to. Like, I'm really from the STRUGG life, okay? Everything. Survival is a struggle. Having a dream is a struggle. Having, like, any sort of joy, it seems impossible, right? So the music is a friend. I am not gonna cry. I am not gonna cry, okay? So the music is a friend, and it's like I'm saying goodbye to a friend. Do you know how sad that is? I've been here for like so long, and like the music is a friend, and I'm saying goodbye to a friend. And finally, I'm saying goodbye to a friend because I requested more beautiful music, and we're not getting it. So I don't think we're ever gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get life-changing music from them. I don't think we're gonna get old school R&B, soul music, blues music, the genres that were created for voices like him, the genres that were created for Dr. Taylor's magnificent production, the new genres that they create. Blind was a song that is unconventional and beautiful. From the Tremaine album, One by One, was a beautiful song. Don't Be Scared from Chapter 5 was also a really beautiful song. Do you see the unconventional sounds that they can give us in a genre that don't even exist yet? Do you see how many genres they can create? And we don't get that. Like, I told you before in my dissertation, there are people who create the flow of how things should go. They do not go with the flow of how things are. They create the flow of how things go, and they just don't want to do it anymore. Do you know how frustrating that is as a listener? Do you know how frustrating that is as a fan, as someone who sees them as musical pioneers, as musical geniuses with musicality that is so great? Their musicality is so great. It is so great. And we get this. We get List Again with Ray J, with lyrics that are repetitive, that doesn't change anyone's life. That's what we get. Why are we getting this? Top of the World was a song that interacted with the burdens of the people. Yes, they wrote from realism and they wrote from their own perspective only, but they saw us in the music. You understand that? Safari Love was for us African people. Okay, and I appreciate it and I love it. Safari Love was for us, but there is they don't see anyone else in the music because they write from a place of realism. and they write from their own perspective only. They don't see the world, they don't see the fans, they don't see anything. They don't interact with anything that affects the fans. So how can we be a fan? We've been supporting you, but we don't get anything in the music. We only get life from their perspective only, and it's not real for us. It is not real for us. Okay? And I told you in my dissertation, I told you the themes that they stick to now, when we know they can write in multiple themes. Be Where You Are. Be Where You Are was a song that kind of uplifted us a little bit. French Kiss was a song about the girl, and it kind of uplifted us a little bit. You understand? Do you see what I'm asking for? Do you see what I'm asking for? Tyler Lewis in 2010 mentioned that Trey Songz has this habit of writing with his own perspective only, and writing for himself and from himself only. But on Passion, Pain and Pleasure, the emphasis and the attention was on the romantic partner and on everybody else, right? And Top of the World, obviously the attention was on us a little bit, right? And I appreciate that. So those are the kind of songs that we need, and that's what I was crying for in my dissertation, but it didn't help. Okay, so I have to stop being a fan. Because whatever I did not help the situation. Whatever I did on my dissertation was just like appreciating them and the music, pre 2017 music that they gave us. Okay. So I used AI and I made an intervention track for Trey Songz. And this is some of the lyrics, okay? Okay. Prince of VA. Yup. I said he was fearless. The music made definitive statements. He was peerless. Yeah, Prince of VA, he the realist. With his voice and sound, we felt the nearness. And I was talking about the nearness to the music, right? Innovation and pureness. The music had it all. It was clearness. And he says that woo thing, woo. Trigger, we look up to you. That's what I said. He had a dream and he fought for it too. From the hood, he broke through. African kids like me saw him as the truth. It made us want to get the loot, ignore the rough and take the smooth. Being musically inclined, I'm telling you, a voice like his we will never find, including all his clever rhymes. Now he's on the auto-tune. No real lyrics. I only hear a hollow tune. No stories for the fans anymore. I can't hear anything pure. Neither Sam Cooke nor the Commodores. The music treating us raw. I have to skip your tracks, searching for your core, maybe even soul at that. Trey from the hood. We can't hear your voice. It's only silence. No love for fans in the music. It feels like we're silenced. For old-time fans, it's like no compliance. From lyrical genius to no meanings, only writing for your own convenience. He don't see us in the music. He's suspended in the matrix with Ray J twerking. Instead of honing his songwriting, he's not out here working. I expected global recognition and for him to be smirking, rejecting status quo life again. Now it's just very concerning. The person I look up to, I feel like he's falling and it hurts me, right? The music was like a star leading the way home. Now the light's gone dim and I'm walking alone with no music from him. Anticipation 2 lines. He could be the greatest musician of our time. He used to rhyme like a prophet, timeless and wise. Sing from his soul, sing to our hearts, feel compassion in the music. It was really a great start. Now it's cash grab verses and recycled bars, wasting his talent, wasting our time, Did you forget there are listeners on the other side with real lives that need real rhymes? And your beautiful voice, emotional and affecting, to get us through life's hard times. He used to have music for us, those at the bottom of the world. Music that soothes. Now it's clout over craft and it's killing my youth. Your crown still shines, but it really doesn't feel right. So tell me, where is Trigger? Tell me, where is Tremaine? Where is the beautiful music that takes the hood pain? Mr. Steal Your Girl, I took shots for your art and the music that he makes. Telling everybody he's my role model, he's not like the fakes. Now he sounds just like them with every new song that he makes. The new music is a stranger. To hold my disappointment, I still play the classics. The angels need you to flip it like it's gymnastics. Use your musicality to its fullest. No machine magic. And I mean, we don't want auto-tune. We don't want machines. We want multiple themes. We want music that speaks. We want him to use his voice in the song. Anyway, this is probably my last video on... This is my last video on this because I stopped being a fan, right? So if I'm no longer a fan, I will no longer have disappointment because I will no longer have expectations, and I'll tell you my plan going forward. Anyway, this is the last part. He on the Love King mixtape, he used to say sa. He used to say sa. So I said sa. I'm telling you to get up off your ass, Trey. You remember we from the bottom, we were always last placed. Brown butts, no ashtray. Trust in God, he's gonna make a way. Prince of VA, your effort is necessary. We need you to find more beats to carry. Fearlessness, no timidness. I say all this with respectfulness. I want him to improve. That's my emphasis. To be the greatest musician ever. A musical treasure. He's a musical treasure. And I feel like I'm the only person who sees this because the world doesn't see him. The world does not see him or hear what his voice can do, right? I just want the world to know him. There's so much more he needs to grow in. I want everybody to hear him. Biggie would not have stopped at this point, and he cannot stop because he's not at Jay-Z's viewpoint. I'll make you a billionaire. Get up off your ass, Trey. Like the revolutionary that Pac is, you can show us a new way. Show the younger African shorties the true Trey. Telling you to get up off your ass, Trey. Well, I said it and he doesn't want to, so. Okay. They can make whatever, like, he can make whatever music he wants to make. That doesn't mean we enjoy eating it. Okay. Doesn't mean we enjoy eating it. Okay. So I put this picture. And I said, he's a blues man. He really is a blues man. A voice that the world is robbed of because he's in the matrix now. Yet he showed us what it means to get out of the matrix in earlier years. I said it is unfortunate and disappointing that we don't get the pure R&B, the soul, the blues music from him, the new genres, the innovative sounds, yet those genres were made for voices like his, and his musicality is so great that he can give us more innovative sounds. Flights and Skype was also an innovative sound. Maybe y'all have experienced this before. But I haven't, and that's why it's like extremely disappointing and unfortunate. Okay, but he is a musical treasure. Even if no one else can see it, I can see it. He's a musical treasure, and we need him to make more beautiful music. So as an OG fan, I did lose the connection to the music in 2017, and it is disappointing. And the more concerning thing is that the world cannot see him or hear what he creates or hear his voice, right? The music since 2017, with the exception of Anticipation 2, is so this is my plan going forward as it relates to the music and me being an OG fan. I know this is like we have serious problems in the world, and I'm from the struggle life. I have problems all the time, like every day of my life. I have survival issues too. But it's music, okay? It's music. It's music. And I was fighting for music that is going to transcend generations. I was fighting for music that will last through generations, that will help people for years and years to come, right? That's what I'm fighting for. That's what I was fighting for. But I'm not a fan anymore, so I can't fight anymore, right? So if y'all are a fan of Trey songs, y'all should fight. But I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I will only talk about the older music, right? So I said this is my plan going forward as it relates to the music, and Trey Songz being the role model for us African kids. He showed us what it means to find a dream and fight for a dream, and I will always be grateful for that and the music he used to make. I said, I talked about what a brilliant and unique musician he is in my dissertation on my playlist on my channel, right? And that he has a once in a lifetime voice. I talked about this in my casual dissertation on my YouTube channel. I also presented a new listener focused approach. So I did not just talk about the problems, I gave you all the solutions to the problem. I gave you most of the solutions, with the exception of two problems, which we need help to solve. But I gave proper solutions to the problems that we have here, okay, on part 11 of the playlist. All right. So part 11 of the playlist has the problems and the solutions, okay? I presented a new listener focused approach there, so we can be friends with the music again. But now, since the musician is further disappointing us in the music, I think I'm gonna stay with the mixtapes besides intermissions, because I don't like most of the intermission, right? And some recent ones that didn't speak to me. The mixtapes from years ago and the albums pre-Tremaine the album, with the exception of 3 songs on Tremaine the album which spoke to me, right? I have to stick with those kind of songs and that music to not be disappointed anymore, right? Because I lost the connection majorly in 2017. Right? I can't connect to the new music at all. I can't connect to Ray J twerking on the song. I can't do it. I'm also going to think of him as the role model he was from years ago from the My Moment episodes, okay? So I don't need to engage with any new music or new material, because there's no change there, right? There's no change for us there. So I don't need to engage with anything new. Now, this is my solution for me to not experience disappointment and frustration in the music. And I don't want any of you to send me any new materials or new music from Trey Songz anymore. Okay? Not a fan anymore. Do you know how bad it hurts to say that I'm not a fan anymore? This is a person I looked up to since almost a child. Okay? Since almost a child. So it hurts a lot. Okay. So it hurts a lot. Anyway. Engage in repentance for real. I have a free repentance ebook, prayer book, in my description box that you can get for free. If you click the link, you hit $0 and you can get repentance ebook for free and go through repentance. Okay? We have no one in the music. Struggle life people, we have no one in the music. I thought Trey, you know, because chapter 5 was the Park album and the Heartbreak album, so I thought it was Trey. Jonas, what up? Are you in your emo phase? It's winter. It's winter and I'm tight. I'm tight. The cold is on me like white on rice. So I have to cover up because I get sick easily. I have to like cover up because I get sick easily, and I'm gonna put my hoodie on, my beanie on too, because it's so cold. It's so cold. I can't me. I'm not an African that can handle the cold weather. Okay, I'm very fragile and sensitive. I'm not an African that can handle cold weather. So I have to like cover up majorly cover up, right? Yeah. Hi, hi, why? Hi, why? Hi, hi, hi. Yeah. So, how old are you? Old enough to tell you to repent, 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 get it right with God. It's like I'm from the struggle life, and we were going through all kinds of things in life, and I could not come to, as an OG fan, I could not come to Trey Songz music because he's talking about panties, and he's talking about fornication, and he's talking about things, club, alcohol. It's talking about things that don't mean anything. Like, and 2025 we continue. 2025 he continues to stay in the matrix. I think since 2017 the Tremaine album is when he got into the matrix, because Trigger album, the Trigger era, like as a fan I was so proud, and it was a fun album. Trigger was really a fun album, and I feel like that's where the world actually saw him, and they loved him, and other people knew him now. And like the Tremaine album, like Trigger, Trigger. Do you know how disappointing and heartbreaking it is? And I'm trying to get all this out of me because I stopped. Tulani, what up, what up, what up? I'm talking about Trey Songz and how I can't be a fan anymore. And I'm trying to get this off my chest because I don't want to like I continue to be disappointed as a fan, and I continue to be frustrated by his collaborations and his features, and I have to save myself. So the emotions, the emotions. Do you know, like Trey Songz's voice is far superior to R. Kelly's voice. I know, Tulani, I know. Like South African people love R. Kelly. They love R. Kelly. Everywhere you go, it's Jaheim, it's R. Kelly, it's Tony Braxton, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. Is Whitney Houston, it's Puff Johnson, it's Glenn Jones. Everywhere you go, right? So I know South African people love R. Kelly. Everywhere. Winter. Okay, so it's like Trey Songz's voice is far superior to R. Kelly's voice. And his musicality is so great. Do you know how innovative music they create? Do you know what innovative music they create? And we don't get that. We don't get that anymore. Chapter 5. What up, Justin? It's like I am in an alternate reality. Okay, so I told you like since 2017 I wasn't able to connect, and I was dealing with my own life situations, and I had no music for that. I had no music from Trey Songz for that. I was listening to Pac and Biggie and all the things I loved as a child, right? As a very small child. Pac, Biggie, Magnolia Slim. I was listening to all the things I loved as a very small child. So it was very disappointing that I could not listen to Trey Songz music when I was going through those kind of things, right? We don't like that's why I'm saying there's so much missing from his catalog. The music, making music is very easy for him. Okay? Because the volume of music we get, the quantity of music we get is so great. But he's only talking about a few themes only. It does not change anyone's life. He has a life-changing voice. and nobody heard it. Life on Mars cover. Life on Mars cover. It was the greatest cover of Life on Mars I've ever heard. I've ever heard. Sam Cooke cover. The Marvin Gaye cover. Do you see what his voice can do? Am I the only person in the world who hears what his voice can do? Because I'm the only person concerned about asking for more beautiful music. Like, okay. So I should unfollow and all that, right? I should unfollow and just remove myself again. Because I removed myself in 2017 and then I have to remove myself again. I thought things would change for us by now. Like 2017 to 2025 is like 8 years. 8 years. I expected us to have music in multiple genres with multiple themes, them creating new and innovative sounds, creating their own genre of music with multiple themes, with those clever rhymes. Do you know how clever rhymes he has in his mixtapes? Let me hold that beat, and he raps. Like, he's one of those musicians that you will never find again because he does multiple genres, including rap. He raps, he sings, he does the blues thing, he can do the soul thing, he can do the old school R&B thing. Do you see how great his musicality is? The quality of the musician does not match the quality of the music, because you have people like collaborating with people like, I don't think he has an eye for talent, because the people that he's choosing to do music with has no. I'm glad I'm airing out my frustration. I have low blood pressure, I have low blood sugar, I need to have breakfast, but my frustration is too high and I need to release this on the internet, because nobody else cares about music. Like, if I talk to people, they don't know him, they don't know his voice. They talk about, you know who they talk about? Young people my age. Do you know who they listen to? Do you know who they talk about? Who they love? Do you know who? Because we love R&B. African people, I don't know what it is about African people. We love R&B. We love soul. We love blues. We love jazz. I don't know why. All age groups love that. Okay. It's very difficult to find people who love rap. And if they do love rap, it's only Pac, Biggie, Magnolia Slim. That's it. That's it. They don't really get into the new music. We like, I don't know what it is about African people, but we love that. That's what we love. So when I talk to people, they don't know what his voice can do until I show them. And then they ask for more. And I don't have any more songs to show them. I'm getting it all out because I'm not going to talk about this again. Ever. My disappointment and frustration, I mean, in this regard. I'm not going to talk about this again because I removed myself, right? So I was saying that people listen to Glenn Jones, Tyrese, R. Kelly. Because we love R&B. Young people, old people, like everyone. Jazz. We listen to jazz. I only heard one jazz song from TREY songs. But now I expected like 50 jazz songs, 50 blues songs, 50 soul songs, 50 um Anita Baker type of songs. Anita Baker, the way the songs that she chooses, because I don't know if she writes, right? The songs that she chooses shows love in the most intense and supernatural way, and we don't get that from Trigger. Jupiter Lover is a great song, um, but we don't usually get that anymore. Like he gives 2% of effort towards making music for us. He gives 2% of effort because this is not the best that he can do. This is not even 10% of what he can do. He can write. He writes. Okay? He writes melodies, he writes lyrics. So I don't know why we're getting this. Doesn't change anybody's life. He was adamant in the beginning. I'm telling you right now. He may not have said it, but he definitely gave the impression that he wants to make music that changes people's lives. This music does not change anyone's life. How does having radio on a song change anyone's life? He should be collaborating with people who actually make music. The alternative rock people, he should be collaborating with them because his voice is too magnificent to just be in this matrix, in the musical cubicle, in this matrix. His voice is too magnificent for that. Too magnificent. So the collaboration should be alternative rock, even punk rock, the soul. People like Adele. He should be collaborating with people like Adele, people like Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey and him are peers vocally. They are vocal peers. And nobody will ever say that because nobody can hear this thing in his voice. Nobody can hear it because he does not use his voice. He uses machines, he uses auto-tune. And now we're here with basically no music. Basically no music. When all kinds of things happen to us in life, I wish I could have come to Trey Songz's music. I wish I could have come there. But he was not talking about anything. He's not talking about anything. I hope you understand my frustration and disappointment. I hope. So I'm signing out from all new Trey Songz materials and music. And I'm signing out from being a fan. I don't think I'm gonna look for new people to be a fan of because I'm too old. I feel like I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. So I'm signed out from everything and I'm gonna look for new artists, of course, because I really love music and I love listening to new artists and what they have to say. Like Ari on Instagram, Ari Home. I think it's Ari Home. Ari had Ari Home, yeah, Ari Home. So I think that's his Instagram, and he goes on the streets and he finds people, and people sing and they rap and do all kinds of things, and their lyrics are gorgeous too. So I think I'm just gonna listen to that, and I might react to it and stuff, because we're not winning here at all. There's no progress here. There's no growth. There's nothing is being catered to us here. And I did listen to Ari at Insta, and the people that he find are just regular people on the streets, and they sing and they rap and they rap about real things and they sing about real things. So I think I'm gonna react to those kinds of things and stay there. Yeah, because I can't. Trey was like that, talking about real things, having ambition, having a dream, fighting for that dream, wanting to make life-changing music, and he has compassion. Had I don't know if he has. He had compassion and for people from the struggle life. He had compassion for people from the bottom of the world like me. He had compassion for African babies. He had compassion for struggle life babies. He had compassion in the music. He had compassion when he used to interact with fans. And we don't get any of that anymore. We don't get any of that anymore. So yeah, I have a plan going forward now. I expected so much, I expected by now. I expected Donny Hathaway covers. I expected Sam Cooke covers. I expected Marvin Gaye covers. I expected those, those even Anita Baker covers. I expected those covers. Well, when he does covers, he has to do remakes because his voice is so magnificent and his musicality is so great. So when he does covers, it's actually remakes, and we need those kind of things. Like the remakes, the piano and his voice. Like pianos were made for voices like his. Pianos were made for voices like his. And the piano and a voice, that could be a signature sound for him, because that is just magnificent. It's the closest to musical heaven you would get. And it's gorgeous. It's the most gorgeous sound. But do we have that? He does not want to use his voice. He doesn't want to write the songs for us. He doesn't want to talk to fans in the songs. So it's like, what's the point? What is the point? What is the point? Okay. Anyway. I'm gonna have breakfast. I don't usually eat soup, but I have cup of soup. So I just add like hot water, hot water, and mix it up. But I have to add salt because they reduce the salt in the soup. I don't know why, but they reduce the salt, and I have to add salt now. And then I'm gonna cut up chicken and put it in there and eat that for breakfast because I want something like I want something. I'm on carnivore, so I want something different to eat and tasty, and also want I'm also gonna have coffee, and I got hug in a mug. My mama bought me hug in a mug, so I'm gonna have that, and that's breakfast. Okay, we start a new life. We start a new life. Do you see my disappointment? Do you see my frustration? You don't understand. If Trey Songz and Dr. Taylor does not create the innovative music and the pioneering music and create music in multiple genres and show off their voices and Trey Songz show off his voice, it will not exist. They can make music that transcends generations and speaks to generations after generations with the help that they need. They can give that to us. Make music that transcends generation, that changes people's lives, and we don't have that. We don't have that. We supported him, we believed in him. We supported him, we believed in him. I really thought, bro. Look, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong about everything. This is why I'm antisocial, because everybody in the struggle life disappointed me and frustrated me and let me down, and they showed that they just can't, right? So so it's like now again here there's frustration and disappointment. So I'm just gonna be extremely antisocial again, and just, if it's a good song, I just, like, from other people now, if it's a good song, I just listen to that song, and then I don't care about anything else that they do. I don't care about any other music that they make. It's just the one song that I like, that's it. There you go. Isolated, because excellence is not carried throughout. And I'm not a wishy-washy person, okay? I'm really not a wishy-washy person. I try to live by principles. And unfortunately, no one else wants to live by principles. This is why I have to be by myself. I can't even listen. It's like struggle life does so much to me. The struggle life does so much, and just shows me how disgusting life is every time, right? And now again, something that I like, a musician that I like, the music that I like is just there. Disappointment there too. Frustration, disappointment. Nothing works. Nothing is working. It's just, I'm gonna stop liking things. I'm gonna stop liking things. I'm gonna stop looking for, like, people, good people. I'm gonna stop looking for good people. Stop liking things. Stop following, people's music. I'm just gonna treat everything as an isolated case. And okay, you made this beautiful song in 1994, and I appreciate that song from 1994. That's it. Anything else you do, I don't care for. Yeah, okay. That's how I'm dealing with my disappointment and frustration. Okay. I'm gonna stop liking things. I'm gonna stop liking. Struggle life. Like, stable growth is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stable growth in excellence. Stable growth in excellence. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to my anger and frustration. Thank you for listening. And I don't think I can believe in people anymore. I don't believe in people, and I don't support people, and I just don't. I just don't. Do you know how sad this is? Do you know how sad this is? I don't believe in people. I don't support people. That's just what it is. All right. All right. Struggle life is so complex and convoluted. Bye. Bye, bunnies. Bye, bunnies.